We all knew this was coming. When I made that video about the custom hero character for Sonic Forces, I knew I had to make this one. Now let me make something clear here. For those of you who are watching this video and you don't know a lot about my channel or me, because unlike most people, I don't like to talk about myself, and I believe in not just opening up to people. I like keeping myself private. I will say this. I do not put up with stupidity and immaturity. If someone is going to try to insult me over this video, note that you will be blocked. I don't put up with that crap. Since I'm a small enough channel, I have more control over who talks to me and who doesn't. And that's what I love about the internet. So today, we're going to talk about something that's controversial, even though it shouldn't be, and this just shows how stupid, immature, childish, and pathetic people are on the internet. Especially the Sonic fanbase. A majority of them, not all, but a majority of them are like stupid little kids who can't handle an opinion. So today, I'm going to talk about Recolors. They suck. I hate them. They're stupid. And now, sadly, it is inevitable that we are going to have stupid freaking Recolors in Sonic Forces. And I find it hilarious. I made my own stupid effing character called Bob the Hedgehog because Bob is amazing and Bob will help save the day because he's Bob. And Bob is like arguably the most generic name possible, at least in my opinion. It's a very common, very overly used name. So that's why I chose Bob, because it's boring, just like a recolor. So I guess I should explain why I hate them. Sadly, most Sonic people, Sonic fans, think that is an original character. They're like, look at my OC! Look at my OC! Or whatever. And you look at it, and it's literally Sonic, but he's colored differently. Or Amy, and she's colored differently. Or Tails, and she's colored differently. And it's stupid. For those of you who don't know, and I'm guessing a majority of people don't know what that is, you're stealing. You're taking copyrighted artwork made by Sega, and you're changing the color and saying, I made this. No, you didn't. You know what that's also like? You might as well go to an art museum, go steal the Mona Lisa, paint her hair color blonde, go paint her shirt blue, and say, I made this. No, you didn't. You might as well go go Google an album cover by your favorite band, save it, and then go change some of the color and say, I made this. No, you didn't. You stole someone else's creation and you're claiming it to be yours. That's not yours. That's stealing someone else's artwork. You know what is an OC? Okay, do you know what OC means? An OC is an abbreviation for original character. Now, like I discussed in my other video, originality is almost impossible because almost everything is based off of something. Link from The Legend of Zelda is based off of Peter Pan. The entire premise of The Legend of Zelda is based off of those really, really old folk tales, not folk tales, those really old stories of the princess being captured and the hero, the knight in shining armor, has to save her. That is one of the oldest stories ever, and that's what Zelda is based off of. The hero saving the princess. That's also the same plot for Super Mario, basically. Sonic the Hedgehog. His shoes are based off of Michael Jackson and Santa Claus. Now, you can obviously see the Santa Claus influence, but where does Michael Jackson come in? According to a documentary I saw about Sonic the Hedgehog and his creation called Sonic Birth of an Icon, these shoes were originally going to be more like boots, like what Michael Jackson has worn for some of his music videos. They decided to change that and mainly just focus on the strap. That's where the white strap for his shoe comes from, Michael Jackson. And then the color scheme is Santa Claus. Like I said in my other video, Invader Zim. It's based off of the most basic, generic design of an alien, and you stray further and further from that design until you get Zim. So almost everything has a base, what it's based off of, and then you slowly branch more and more further away from it until you have your own creation. That's what I did with my stupid red panda. It looks similar to Knuckles, but he has enough to make himself look distinct and be his own character. Almost everything that is original still has something it's based off of, you know? So, at least to me, that is how you make an original character. There's probably other ways to go about it too, but that's the most common, most well-known way, at least in my opinion, to go about it. A Sonic recolor is the opposite of that. In fact, I'm actually going to show you how easy it is to make a recolor. Like, right now. You see how easy it is? This took me maybe not even a few seconds to do, and I did it. Making a recolor is not original. It is not creative. It is not imaginative. It does not require effort. It does not require time. It does not require patience. It does not require really anything but the most basic Photoshop or SumoPaint.com. SumoPaint.com, like I just showed you, is like Photoshop but easier. It's simpler. So it just requires the most basic editing skills to use. It's that easy. And if you want to go even simpler, you could just go use Microsoft Paint and just scribble on top of the copyrighted artwork, which I've also seen is done as well. So recolors are stupid. They are unimaginative. They are dumb. And for those of you who are going to be like, oh wait, but Lit and Fire, you're being kind of a hypocrite because you made one too. Mine is out of complete satire. It is to make fun, to mock recolors. That's why yesterday I even made a post saying Bob the Hedgehog is going to save the world because Bob is the best. Bob will help Sonic save the day because Bob is amazing. And then I put, oh my god, Sega, what have you done? You know? So mine, yeah, it does exist. And I did that to mock and make fun of recolors. And it's a complete satire. It is a complete mockery of recolors. And it's hilarious because, yeah, I technically did, what I just said is bad, taking a copyrighted artwork and recoloring it. But that's to also prove a point, to show how easy it is, how ridiculously easy, actually, it is. And to mock recolors and to mock how stupid they are, and that's why I made Bob. And I almost wanted to put him in Sonic Forces and then just like put a really complicated design on him, like put crap loads of clothing on him just to overcomplicate his design. And I think that would be hilarious too, just to further mock recolors and how stupid they are. And that kind of brings me over to my next topic I wanted to cover, to transition over to. And that is, now that we have these custom characters, I worry people are going to go really overboard and try desperately to make them stand out against Sonic by putting crap loads of clothing and decorations and accessories on the character. And it's funny because a lot of people are thinking the same way. A lot of people are noticing that too, and they put, someone made this picture of Sonic saying, like, you're our only hope, or whatever, to the guy, and then you just see this character with way too much detail, way too much in terms of, like, his design. He has a hat, like, multiple gloves, he has, like this weird big necklace on him, a big bulky looking belt, pants, huge glasses, way too much in terms of design. And you might be thinking, oh, but wait, isn't that good? Don't you want to have detail on your character? Yes and no. See, for those of you who don't know, because if there's anything working on my Zelda model has taught me as well, and that not everyone's going to see things the way you do, you know. I always figured, hey, I have eyes, you have eyes. If you're not blind and you can see, you should be able to see what I see, right? But not everyone does. And I've come to terms with that from working on my Zelda model. Almost nobody notices what's wrong with her design in Brawl. But anyway, going back to the real topic here, I'm bringing that up because it is an issue. You don't want your character to be too detailed. A really good character design can balance being both detailed and simplistic. See, that's the beauty of art, of drawing, of creating a character. Oftentimes, less is more. Think about SpongeBob. SpongeBob SquarePants is arguably one of the most iconic cartoon characters of all time. Why is that? He's simplistic, but detailed. You can easily spot right off the bat what he is. He is a square. He is technically a cube, I guess. He has multiple sides, but whatever. And you can just tell instantly what he is because of that simplicity. He is a square. He is a sponge. Then you have the detail, his clothing. He has brown pants, a red tie, a yellow shirt, and black shoes. Really easy to identify clothing. Look at Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog is also very simple, but detailed. The biggest core aspects every character design ever that is iconic has is simplicity. You can break down almost every design that is iconic into a basic shape. Mario, circles. Sonic, circles. He also has triangles for the ears, an oval for the nose, and tube sort of oval-like structures, I guess you could say, like for the arms, depending on the angles he is being drawn at. And his legs are very long and rectangular. His feet are also very long and oval-shaped. Sonic is a simplistic design, but then he has details. His shoes have details. They have the little white strap and the buckles on there. You have his irises, which now have more detail because now they're green to emphasize where the pupil is instead of being one giant black dot. And he has, his giant hands. He is iconic because of his simplicity and some detail. This is something that a vast majority of Sonic fans do not understand. I even got into a conversation about this with somebody who posted that same picture that I'm talking about, and he said, you better not talk about this because most Sonic fans are going to go crazy. I don't care, because it's something that needs to be said. It's something that should be acknowledged, and I just said to that person, that just shows how ignorant these people are when it comes to character design and the importance of it. Am I going to sit here and act like I know everything about it? No. Am I going to sit here and act like I'm this amazing, professional or whatever? No. But we live in the digital age. The internet, you can look this stuff up. If you really care about art and you really want to get into character design, animation, this is stuff you need to know. You can look it up. I found this cool video about character design that transitions in both American animation and anime, and how both styles, although not as obvious in anime in my opinion, use squares, triangles, and circles to help create a sort of emotion for the character. Circles are associated with being soft and innocent and cute. That's why Mario is made with crap loads of circles. Then you look at Waluigi. He has very sharp, very sharp, angular parts of his design. This is because triangles are associated with being aggressive, being crazy, having a very menacing, sharp, angular look to them. And then you have other characters. I can't think of one right off the bat that makes me think of a square aside from maybe that old guy from the Disney movie Up. And he is a square. And squares represent being stubborn, being rigid, and being very closed, like in one mindset. Kind of like Dexter. Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory also is square shaped as well. So that kind of represents stubbornness. All of this goes back to Sonic and his character design. It is super important to make a character design that balances out detail and simplicity. That's what I liked about the wolf design. Other than the glasses, I thought the wolf custom hero looked actually pretty cool. Maybe just strip away the glasses and replace it with something else. I thought that was a bit much because as a cartoon character, he already has really, really big eyes, so he doesn't really need glasses. That just sort of adds a bit much to his face, at least in my opinion. With SpongeBob, it works because when SpongeBob wears glasses, they cover up his entire eye. Like the glasses are now his eyes, so to speak. This is a very common thing done in American cartoons, like for Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Irwin also has that too, where the eyes are completely covered by the glasses, so it's not too much visually. They did not do this with that wolf from Sonic Forces, so that's why the glasses look a bit much to me. He has big eyes already. You don't need now big glasses on top of that. It just looks a bit much visually. Character design is very important to nail. It's very important to get right. And the way you know you've got it right is because you can make the character a silhouette, completely black. And if it's a good character design, you'll be able to tell instantly what that still is. Because that's what a character design is. It is an image to represent something to represent the character's personality, their appearance, all of that stuff. So a good character design can be represented by a silhouette. If it can't, that means it's bad. Either it's too detailed or something else that's throwing it off and you need to try again. So I'm very worried that since most people aren't really into art and they don't really care about character design, they don't care about the importance of character design, we're going to have really crappy, overly detailed, overly done character designs that are going to look terrible to the point it's actually really, really, really funny that people are going to mock and make fun of it. Now, as someone who is into art, I do understand the importance of that, so if I make a custom character, I don't want it to look too cluttered and too overly detailed, unless I make a joke character like Bob! Because Bob is the best, and Bob is amazing, and if I was going to make Bob in Sonic Forces, I'd probably just make him, like, have ridiculously overly detailed clothing and accessories just to make fun of that. Because again, it's something that should be made fun of. You should not encourage that. It's dumb. It's bad. It shows you have no idea what you're really doing, you know? And I worry that with Sonic Forces, we're gonna get that. And it's kind of a shame, because this is our first time ever being able to make a character design, or a custom character in Sonic the Hedgehog, and they're gonna suck. And, oh god, the recolors are coming. Sega opened up Pandora's box, and we're gonna have crap loads of stupid recolors. So part of me is kind of looking forward to it, because I think it's hilarious. But also, you know, it sucks, you know. But anyway, yeah. I don't like overly complicated designs, and I don't like recolors. I'm hoping that there's at least some Sonic fans out there that understand the importance of character design, and they do want to make a cool looking character. This is Lit and Fire going away, and I will see you all later. Bye.